Oh shit, we're live.
Unleashing the fury like an untamed beast, locked in a cage where strength is released. Striking precision, grappling with might, a golden octagon. The stage we ignite. Unleashing the fury like an untamed beast, locked in a cage where strength is released. Striking precision, grappling like a golden octagon. The stage we ignite.
And we
What an intro.
live right here on the Golden Octagon. My name is Matt, and this is the second episode of the introducing you guys to the UFC Card Community. On the right side of my screen, from Box Alarm Trading, is Zach. Zach, how you doing, brother?
I'm great. I've got adrenaline coursing through my veins. That intro song, I feel like I'm on the way to get inside the cage right now.
Dude, you know, it is amazing what AI can do in 2024. Zach, I appreciate you coming on the show. My goal of this whole series is to just introduce the, people that watch my show to other UFC card content creators. Last time it was your counterpart on your show that you and Damien do before every UFC pay-per-view. I had Damien on all the way from Sweden, but he was here in the US at the time. But Zach and Damien do a show right before every UFC pay-per-view. And, one of the shows that I personally enjoy from Box Alarm Trading.
Thank you.
But Zach, I guess if you just want to, what I'm going to do real quick before I forget, because I'm bad at this. Let me shout out the chat real quick. And then, I sent you questions over. And I'm going to basically just start off at the top after I run down the chat. But we have up first yours truly there. The screen cap of blue steel is incredible. And, look at Zach right there. A true model in the UFC card community, if you will. And then we have, there we go. We've got Daniel Aker in here saying, can't wait with the fires. We've got that Tangy Sack in here. Cold beer, warm undies. I am ready. Well, appreciate you stopping by tonight. That Tangy Sack. We got Jim Card Collected stopping by with a let's go. Lush Low Main, dude. Lush is probably one of the my most supportive people in my chat, dude. He is a member here. He's here every single week for every single live. Zach,
that's awesome.
If you can find yourself a Lush Low Main, dude, you will be in good hands, dude. This dude takes care of me so much, like tracks mine, and like I like my other I like my podcast host picks every week for fights. Dude, he keeps track of all that every single week. The dude helps out so much. So, Zach, once you start going live, you get yourself a Lush Low Main. You get yourself a Lush Low Main. This guy, he helps me out so much. I appreciate you stopping by tonight, Lush. We got Drew saying, just starting getting into UFC cards. Woo, appreciate you stopping by tonight, Drew. That Tangy Sack, the addiction is real. Okay. LFG, pump for this collab from Daniel Aker. What up, boys? From Dave, Fish for Days. We've got Riley in here with the let's go, boys. Yeah, dude. So Riley hit me up on Instagram yesterday and was like, yo, bro, like, what's going on? Riley was a full day early to the chat. He was so excited. He was so excited to get the Box Alarm collab. We got Tank Niner. What's good, brothers? How you doing, Tank Niner? And then Riley, great headshot indeed. You know, so, yeah. I fixed this lady's AC. Swear to God, it was Jane Jarova for a second. Poor broad.
No.
Oh, that's
so
terrible.
hot. The eye wasn't working.
And then we got Chabs775 saying, "What up, homies? I appreciate you stopping by tonight, Chabs." All right, we are through the chat. We have 15 live viewers. We truly appreciate y'all for stopping by here tonight. If you haven't already, hit a thumbs up button on this video, and Zach's link to his I think his Instagram. Actually, you know what? I knew I was forgetting something. Zach, look what I prepared. Bang. Zach can be found on Instagram at Box Alarm Trading or on YouTube and then your actual YouTube link. So you can find Zach at either one of those places. Zach does also have a counterpart on his actual YouTube, but I'll let him tell you about all of that when we get into these questions right here. So Zach, give me a little bit about yourself. So just basically, you know, if you feel like sharing, you know, how old you are, you know, where you're located, what you do for work, and just, you know, etc. Just help people get to know you that don't already know you.
Yeah, man. First off, thanks to everybody watching. Like Matt was saying earlier, the support that we get from you guys is insane. And I know personally how hard it is to do all this stuff and put videos up all the time, to edit, to take the time out of your day to get all this stuff organized. So that stuff is very appreciative. And I'm glad that my man over there is getting some love and some TLC from the viewers. So thank you very much for the support for me and for anybody who's in the space creating UFC cards, because it's very, very much appreciated. Yeah, dude.
I appreciate it, Zach. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, man. You do good stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people are like me that are into the space and making videos now. You're a big reason why, you know, and yeah, just thank you for all the stuff that you're doing for the community.
Yeah, that means a lot from a fellow creator, because I found out here recently there are a few people that are not fans of me at all, and you know, it's okay, you know.
It's because you're getting big time, man. You know you're getting big time when the haters are coming.
I guess so, dude. I was like, I mean, like, I don't know what I could possibly do wrong. I just opened UFC cards. Like,
people are bitter. They're mad. They're angry, and it's really it's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. They're not happy with themselves, so they take it out on everyone else. That's what I always tell myself anyway when people get pissed off at me.
Dude, I mean, here's what I was always told: don't pay attention to people that don't like you. You know, it's like, well, I mean, that makes sense. Like, they're not gonna like you either way. But Zach, I've been holding you up too long, brother. Let's get to know Zach from Box Alarm Trading.
Yeah, man. So I grew up in a town called Pflugerville. It's right next to Austin. It's like 15 minutes away. Pretty much born and raised in Pflugerville. Went to college in San Antonio. And I studied athletic medicine there. So I wanted to be like a physical therapist and all that. I ended up getting my bachelor's in that. But during the internship, I was like, bro, this is fucking boring. It was boring. I wasn't really happy. So I ended up not pursuing. You actually need another secondary degree for that. So I ended up not pursuing that. But yeah, right now I'm in, I think it's almost 7 years that I've been a firefighter for a big city in Central Texas. And, super rewarding career. Me and my wife live outside of Austin. We have a 5-year-old German Shepherd. His name is Cosmo. Every now and then I'll throw him into one of my videos, but he's a wild boy. You have any animals, man?
Yeah, I have. I guess not a lot. I guess I haven't really been asked, dude. I guess I'm just kind of just trying to share everyone else, and like, I don't really think anyone cares about me. But yeah, dude, I actually have I guess it's called an Oripe, which is a Chinese Shar-Pei mixed with a pug. So it just makes it
you got a hybrid,
like,
huh?
A lot smaller. Yeah. So it's this like wrinkly little thing, but dude, he's He's 12 years old, so he's getting kind of old now. Yeah. So he's getting kind of old, but
that's good though.
yeah, but he's had a good life, but he's like starting to limp around, he's starting to have hip problems, stuff like that. But he's like 50 pounds. So it's like, I mean, for living 12 years old, he's already lived a great life to this point. But yeah, I have a 13-year-old pug, basically.
Nice. I'll be happy if my dog's pretty big. So if he can live to 12, I'll be very, very happy,
Yeah. That Tangy Sack, fellow firefighter, you must be Yellow Top. I have no idea what that means, Zach.
I think he's referring to the hat we wear, the rank.
Okay.
Because each position, it's like a job title, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They have different colored hats depending on how high up in rank you are. Yeah, I'm still I'm low, man. I'm still a firefighter. I'm riding in the back. I come to work. I get in the hot zone. I do the fun stuff. And then no paperwork, no responsibility besides when I'm on scene. So that's how I like it right now.
Fair enough. Coming from someone who has suffered at the hands of a house fire, thank you, Zach. You are a hero to your community. From
wow, that's a great compliment. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That's always a big scare myself, just from having seen it happen to other people. It's definitely a scary situation.
Yeah, Lush, glad you're safe, brother. Glad you're here with us today. We've got Albino Manatee. Let's go.
Albino.
Enjoy content from both of you guys. Yeah, I sent Albino some Pokemon cards this like one time. I was like, this dude's into both Pokemon and UFC. I have some old Pokemon cards in my closet, and I sent them to him, and he actually got something cool. I was like, hey, that's pretty sick. I'm glad you got something cool, brother. Yeah, and that Tangy Sack sent LT. I guess my only firefighting experience is, I guess being in the Navy, everyone is trained as a firefighter. Not a fan. They just basically put you in a line, and they just tap you on your shoulder, and you have to move up, and then you hold it and do the fire, and then you're basically done. It's like, congratulations, you're a firefighter. It's like, no, not really. If some shit went down, I would not be comfortable putting out a fire.
Were you on a ship?
Yeah. Unfortunately, dude. Not fun times.
What how long were you in the military?
Yeah, I just did my one tour. I was in 4 years from January 12th, 2012, and I got out January 16th, 2016. So I did my time, got out. I was like, I don't want any more of that. And then basically just do the same thing, just in a building now. So not fun still. I would much rather do something else, but we all take what we can get, as far as jobs. Your job sounds a lot more fun than mine does. So
it's definitely exciting. You're not going to be rich. There's not much like super advancement, to make a lot of money. But as far as like being happy and getting, to experience amazing things, I feel I'm really happy in that sense. The job security is great. People are always crashing. They're always getting sick. They're always, getting into random accidents. So, it's a really unique career path, and, getting to experience like the spectrum of craziness that can happen in the world, I think is a really unique experience. And, personally, I'm grateful for that, because I think it's helped round me out kind of a little bit as a human, and, helps keep things that are important, and keep, kind of a macro view on life, just because, we're not going to be here forever. And I see that happen all the time, from births to like death. It's there on the job. And so definitely keep the main thing, and have fun, while we're all here.
Wise words. So Zach isn't just always saving cats from trees, he's actually out here saving lives.
We literally do that. It's hilarious. You'll come on scene, there's a cat in a giant tree, and you're like, you understand that the cat climbed up there, right? Like, it can definitely get down, but we're up there, and a lot of times the cat is pissed off when you're trying to grab it. And one of our buddies, the last time that happened, he actually got pooped on from the cat. So that was a pretty funny call.
Yeah. I have one one incident from a firefighter within my past few years. It was probably in 2017 where I was at work, and if you've ever been on a military base, the buildings aren't the best quality in the world, so the
Yeah.
elevators probably aren't up to standard. So
Mm.
this one gets stopped all the time, and the fire department's got to come and get you out of it. And that's the one interaction with the fire department I've had in the past few years. And it was Saturday, and I would have been up there forever if the fire department didn't come get me. So I appreciate my base fire department. We've
Yeah.
got all right. Let me ask you this real quick. Are you a fan of any singles from Midnight so far, Zach?
I do like the SSP, the Twilight, the black background. I really like simplicity in cards, and I feel like that kind of is simplicity to a T. Now, the question is, am I going to get one? Probably not, because they're so expensive, but that's really the main number one card that I was hoping to hit when I opened my box.
I agree. They look so sick. We got Lush saying there, we are here for a good time, not a
Yep.
long time indeed. And Joshua Lopez, I had 20% of my body burned about 28
Damn.
years ago. Respect to the firefighters, fight for their life. Yeah, man.
That's rough.
Yeah, man, there are some crazy stories. I've had firefighters get me off a roof once. They didn't strap my ladder down, the toilet's hard to. Yeah. All right, Zach. So we've got to know Zach a little bit. So Zach lives around Austin, Texas, and every day he's a firefighter. So everyone, thanks Zach. If you're watching this later, make sure you thank Zach in his comments. And if you once you go subscribe, like to Zach, on every single one of his videos, just go comment. Thank you for being a firefighter. That would be perfect. And then, Zach, is there anything else that maybe you're into that maybe would help people, connect with you just a little bit more as far as, not really as far as UFC or cards or like anything like that? Like, what else are you into?
I love movies. I'm a huge movie and TV show guy. Me and my wife, that's like one of our main hangout bonding things, is to go to the movies and to just watch movie and TV at home. So if I'm not at work, if I'm not watching TV or movies, then I'm probably exercising or playing sports. I love to be active. I had hoop dreams for a long time, and then realized everyone has that realization I am not good enough to go to the next level. So, but yeah, I love to play basketball. I'm really excited to get back into mixed martial arts again. I tore my Achilles about 10 months ago, so I'm just now getting back to where I'm shadow boxing and hitting the bag again. But I'm really excited to get back to class and get some sparring work in, hit the pads and all that fun stuff. So yeah, man, I love to be active. I love to be outside, and I'm just hanging with friends and family.
Yeah, that's great to know, Zach. Dude, I'm someone that trained, here and there. Like at one point I had a yellow belt, but that was so long ago. It's like I'd probably get smoked nowadays. But me and my girlfriend, we have this little home gym. She's in the gym
Mhm.
At least 2-3 times a week, dude.
Nice.
And I don't do anything. I said,
Come on, man, what are you doing?
Dude, hold on, but you have to let me finish, dude. I swear I'm like the couch potato champion, dude. I can do probably 5 or 10 pull-ups. I could probably do 100 push-ups. I could do sit-ups. We sprinted one day and I smoked her ass down the street.
He's a natural.
I was like, you have no chance. It was surprising to me, because I guess I played all the sports as a kid, but after I went to boot camp, joined the Navy, got out. It's like I didn't do anything. I didn't really have any reason to outside of just going here and there and not really being able to train for a long amount of time, because hey, you're going underway for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Oh, now 2 months. Now you're going on a deployment for 8 months. I couldn't get the consistency that I needed to do. So it's I would be interested to see how long it would take me to get in shape, because I think that's my biggest thing. I know my cardio is dog shit. I get kind of winded. If I have to walk down the stairs 2 times, I'm like, oh, okay, here we Like,
Hey man, this is the sign. Get into it, bro. Health is wealth. Health is wealth.
yeah. I think another thing about training, dude, is just the price of it. It's a really expensive hobby. Like, you think hobby
It can
boxes
be, yeah.
are, dude?
Right?
Around here, it's like 160 a month,
Yeah.
and like you can only go, I think it's 2 classes a week, and then it's like if I want to drive 30 minutes, it's like 200, but I can go 5 times a week, and it's like, Jesus
Right.
Christ, dude, I don't want
Yeah,
it.
man.
But like right now, I'm just the couch potato champion, and I'll just
the natural, baby.
Oh goodness. Bro's a firefighter, bodybuilder, card collector, keeping my lady away from this laugh. Yeah. And have we
That's
mentioned
hilarious.
that I had to adjust my camera up because I was like pointing down and I was like this. I'm like, geez, Zach, what are dude from seeing where I'm at to other, like, D Rose is my exact same height, and we're always basically at the same height. We're like 6 foot tall. You've got to be at least 6'4", or you're really close to your camera.
Probably a little of both. I'm a doctor's office 6'2", so I'm not like that giant, but I am close to the camera. So
Okay, I was like, that makes sense. Everyone would say facts. Jesus, look, you're a model.
Hey, I'm feeling good tonight. The boys are hyping us up pretty
just
good.
Kicked
Man.
my girl out of the room before there was a wet spot on the couch. Oh Jesus, they're wild. They're wild. All right, Zach. Well, fuck.
Yeah, that's the energy in the room today.
Sprite Zero,
just spraying all over the place.
Sprite, yeah, right. Like that's what y'all's couches are gonna look like after this collab. Hide your girl, hide your girl. Zach's coming after everybody. Anyway, so Zach, let me know a little bit about your channel. Like, everyone has this story about how long they planned on making their channel before they actually started. So how long did you talk about making your channel, like, before you actually acted on it, and then what made you finally act on starting your channel?
Yeah, man, great question. So I think part of it was right when I started looking up UFC card information on YouTube. Really, the only person was Macy Collectibles, and then shortly after, you and then Joe kind of popped up. And so around that time, I guess I realized, like, man, I have so many questions about this area, and there's just not that much out there. So around that time, I kind of decided to, start planning for the channel, and so it wasn't that long, honestly, maybe like 2 months. Like, I'm a real creative person. I like to just mess around with art and whatnot and trying to learn new things. So I kind of just jumped into it, as you can tell by the absolute horrible first like 50 of my videos.
Dude, you don't want to talk about my first videos, dude. They were all the podcasts. They dude, me and D Rose talked about doing the podcast like probably before COVID started, and we started in January of 2021. It took us like almost 2 years for us to actually start it. And then once we did, they were just terrible videos. Like 4 people watched them, dude. Like, to this day, they have like 16 views, and it's just people just going back to just laugh at us for the most part.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now Matt's got a wet spot. Look. This is terrible.
Oh, the ocean emoji, classic.
Good thing it is Sprite Zero, which means I shouldn't have anything sticky anywhere, right? Box Alarm is awesome for answering these questions in the comments. Indeed. DK Displays is here. And
Yo, then, what's up, man? I talk to him a lot.
Yeah, he has a... Oh goodness, I got scared. I thought
you're about to get sprayed on again, dude.
Yeah, DK Displays has a very nice on-card collection, on-card autograph collection. Yeah, and then what all do you do on your channel? And I'm not sure if you want to speak about Eric, but do you want to kind of like talk about your other counterpart on your channel? And is there anything else interesting about your channel that you think people would like to know?
Yeah, man. So I guess that's a good segue into kind of just how the channel formed. So me and Eric were at work one day in between doing all the stuff we have to do at work, and we were just talking about cards. And this is probably right when cards were really starting to become a big thing again. So maybe late 2019, 2020. And I think we were talking about one of his basketball cards. And we were both, just kind of like, man, that was so fun when we were kids collecting cards, and I was real into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were like, why don't we like get a box together and just rip it on film and just like have fun and be goofy, like exactly like you and D Rose are. It's just a fun time to hang with your buddies, right? And so that was kind of the start of the channel. And yeah, so now I have him come over whenever we can. He is across town, so it's not quite as hard as you and D Rose, because I know he's quite a bit a ways away. But you know how it is trying to organize all this stuff together.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime Eric's here, one, I know he's going to try and derail the show that I've tried to plan out, but it's always in a funny way, and it's super fun to just try and make a video and be entertaining and actually comment and just see what we can get. So it's really awesome to do fun stuff with your friends.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Like I would say one of the funnest things is opening cards with like another person, because there's like a little thing that you share. Like it's like no one else, like if we get something cool right now, you're experiencing this with me. Like, and dude, that is the absolute best, dude. They're tell you absolutely nothing. I mean, when it comes to ripping cards, I mean, I'm sure some things could possibly beat that, but ripping cards with someone that like you're friends with, or like a loved one, is hands down one of the funnest things you can do. So let's see, Zach. Well, I guess so getting into basically a little bit more about your background. How long have you been a UFC fan? Because you are here on the Golden Octagon because of your UFC card collection. So how long have you been a UFC fan?
I remember vividly, like the first time I saw it, and it was the UFC Unleashed on Spike TV. And so I actually when you sent me that question, I actually had to go back and like look up when that was. So I guess it was around 2005. And I saw UFC Unleashed. I saw like, whoa, these dudes are really like, this isn't Jackie Chan. Like, this isn't movie stuff. They're really doing it. And I like boxing, but this was just different. This was what we saw in the movies, right? So I was really hooked from the jump. And so I watched like all the UFC Unleashed. I watched Ultimate Fighter series and loved the like reality TV show aspect of that. And man, I guess the history is the rest is history after that. But growing up, my parents didn't buy pay-per-views. Like, they were not the type of people to spend money on that type of stuff. The money that we did have was going to stuff that was necessary. So I didn't really watch any pay-per-views. And I am a little jealous of everyone that like got to experience that kind of that zeitgeist back when it was so small, because I really cannot relate except to the UFC stuff that I found on TV. But the first pay-per-view I ever saw, I remember that we went to my parents' friend's house, and they had, and I actually didn't know what pay-per-view it was. I had to look this back too. It was UFC 100, dude. How awesome is that? That's the first one I ever saw. I remember my family's buddy, he was talking shit about GSP the whole time, and GSP was just dog walking this dude, man. And I was like, why are you hating on this guy? He's absolutely dominating. He was calling him a pretty boy. Why is he so tan? I remember that, and I thought that was hilarious. And also, it was Frank Mir and Lesnar just smothered. It was way too big, way too strong, absolutely steroided out, and just pounded him on ground and pound. But yeah, that's the first ever pay-per-view I saw. And I've kind of just been I've been loosely around it ever since. And then I got really into it back in probably like 2018, kind of when Ronda Rousey was just kind of at the peak and starting to fade out. And when Khabib was really starting to come up is kind of really when I jumped back into it.
Okay. So like after, I'm surprised you didn't jump back into it around the Conor era. Like a lot of people jumped back in like when like Conor was like, when he was like rising through the ranks, like when he was fighting Dennis Seaver. A lot of people talk about Conor versus Dennis Seaver so much. And I'm like, that fight
No.
wasn't that good of a fight, you know?
No,
Like,
I knew of Connor, you know, because like I would still watch highlights, and every now and then I would illegally stream something. But like the when I really jumped back in was around the Habib era, and
okay.
you know, I mean, I kind of loosely always paid attention to it. Like obviously I knew John Jones was killing them all, but I didn't start like religiously watching until probably like 2018, I would say.
Okay. Cool. So a long time. And then let's see. So, in your first event you remember watching was UFC 100, so that's easy enough. Have you ever attended a UFC event, Zach, or are you just strictly viewing on TV from this point?
I want to. They've had UFC Austin twice within maybe the past 2 years, maybe you know, somewhere around there. And I wanted to go both times. Then I looked at those tickets, dude. They're like $300 for nosebleeds. I just out of principle, I said I can't do that. I can't pay that much for tickets.
Yeah, if you get resale tickets, they're going to be what you have to do is you have to get them like first day, get them like non-resale ones, and dude, what I like to do is get the same seats every time. It's like 5-6 rows up, like on the side where I have like an eye level view where I can get a good video shot, and those are usually like $250-$300 like per ticket, and like, you know, they're pretty good.
It's like maybe I'll, if they come again and the card is right, I need to just spend it because I have to experience that in person.
Dude, it's really fun. It's probably one of the funnest things. I think I'm gonna go to my first pay-per-view this year.
So that's gonna be hype.
Yeah, that is what is really expensive is the pay-per-views. That's one thing that's like, you know, whatever you think the price is, just add a zero to the end.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Start saving now.
Yeah, right. So all right, what are 3 of your favorite fighters? You know, one, you know, from the past maybe doesn't fight anymore. What is a current fighter that you think you know is a really good fighter, and someone that you maybe have your eye on for the future to be you know, someone that you think people should also keep their eye on?
This was a really fun question because it kind of made me like reflect on and kind of boil down, because I like so many different fighters, you know, it's just so entertaining, and I like to root for people that are good at what they do, and all of these guys are just absolutely incredible. But for sure past, you know, I kind of alluded to it earlier, I'm a big Habib guy, man. I'm not disillusioned enough to put him as the #1 fighter of all time, but for me, he does make my top 5. And I absolutely loved watching Habib be a champion. You know, he's the most dominant champion ever, I think. And I think it's by a wide margin. I actually went back and I watched every single UFC fight from Khabib's run. And the T-Bow fight was, you know, kind of a little asterisk there, but every single fight, he brought it to everybody. He never got rocked. He never got bruised. He never bled in the octagon. And I think that's something that will probably never happen again. So to me, Habib is definitely one of my favorite fighters ever.
Okay. And then what about currently? What is who is a fighter that you currently refuse to refuse to miss like any of their fights anytime they fight?
I'm gonna have to look at me now, my man Leon, dude.
Okay.
Leon, I love Leon Edwards, and it's been such a cool thing to see how hated he was. And I was defending, you know, keyboard catting online. Everyone was talking shit about him, blah blah blah. And you do what you need to do. You have exciting moments, and now it feels like everyone's giving him his flowers, which is really, I think it's awesome, just because he has such a cool story. He's so good at what he does. He's so technical. So right now, and that division has a lot of fun matchups coming up. So I'm really excited. Hopefully Leon can put Bilal to sleep, a TKO or a KO, and then we can get, you know, Shavkat, freaking Jack Della, like there's Ian Gary, like there's tons of people coming up that I think will have some really fun stylistic matchups for him.
Yeah, for the love of God, can we please just do whatever we can to not give Bilal Muhammad that damn title, dude. If we give Bilal that title, dude, it's just like, that'll just be terrible. But all right. And what about one fighter, someone that you look to that's new in these past few years that you believe is probably the future of the sport?
Man, so this was a hard one because I really like, you know how it is with UFC cards and rookies. We love to prospect. We love to try and find the next guy. It was hard for me to boil down one. I have one that's kind of a hot take, and then I have one that I think everyone would be like, okay, yeah, I kind of think so too. So my hot take is actually Chase Hooper. I don't know if maybe that's not a hot take, but he's looked absolutely incredible his last couple fights. And I didn't realize this. He's only 27 years old.
What is that? There's just the like button just randomly pop. What is that? I've never seen that before.
They saw my thumb flash across and animated it.
I guess
the CIA's in the vid right now. They're hacking us.
Maybe, dude. What's that? That's weird.
But yeah, Chase Hooper would be my hot take. But kind of my guy that I'm really rooting for right now that I love to watch fight is Jack Della Maddalena. I've really fell in love with his boxing, and he uses body shots so well. He fights defensively so well with his high guard, and it's really entertaining. It's really fun. We've seen him pass the grappler test twice already with Burns and Hafez. So yeah, I think he's kind of going to be. Hopefully, he'll have some fun matchups in the future, and then maybe we'll see him and Leon run it one day.
All right. I like all 3/4 picks. Chase Hooper is a fun fighter. I thought he was going to get smoked against Slava Claus last.
Me too.
Come out there and drop Slava Claus dude. The pause on Chase Hooper. Yeah, the pause on Chase Hooper up at 155 are absolutely wild. All right, Zach, let's get to a few of these questions real quick, or just comments real quick. I want to start a UFC card channel soon. I don't know that. Well, what's stopping you, George? What's stopping you, brother? Zach, did I miss a lot? Zach, are you a fireman?
Yes, DK. I am a firefighter in Central Texas.
Yeah, I asked because of the channel name and logo. Well, I guess that works. That works. All right, that's what hooked me on though. WhatsApp. Whatnot. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, what is that? I was looking at VIP tickets for Fight Week for 1,000. Golly, include a ticket, probably a pay-per-view. Diggity dang, that's my guess. Khabib's top 5. I agree. So dominant. Nice. I almost want to see Bilal win just so I could laugh when he immediately loses. Oh man. Chase is young, 24, only keeps getting better each fight. See, he's won you some money. That's what's up. JDM versus Shavkat first. Who you taking?
I hate that they're fighting each other because I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. I think, man, it's hard for me to root against Shavkat, but I will say after watching the Neal fight, his head was very hittable, and if he's that hittable against JDM, who is a little bit more technical than Neal, maybe not as much raw power, but a little more technical, I think maybe JDM gets it done. That'd be a 50-50 for me. And honestly, I don't even know who I would want to root for because I collect both guys and I like watching both guys. So that's kind of a heartbreaker, actually, to think about it.
Yeah, it happens, man. I hate when two fighters that I truly enjoy, now they got to fight each other. I'm like, damn, dude. But, it is what it is. That happens.
That's the sport.
Yeah. So what do we have next? So we're going to move on into some card stuff. Zach, how long have you been collecting / interested in UFC cards?
I've been interested. So actually, before I started buying, I was just like, this was when basketball and football cards were really starting to bubble up again. And I didn't even know. I was like, I wonder if they even
around
make
the COVID
UFC.
time? COVID time? Okay.
I would say late 2019, probably. And I was like, do they even make UFC cards? So I Googled a Conor card because I figured, he's the most popular guy. And I was like, holy shit, they do make UFC cards. And then kind of, from then on, I set up an eBay account. I didn't even have one of those, didn't know what I was doing. I actually went to Walmart looking for a striking signatures because I thought that was where they were. Like, I had no idea what anything was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of when I started, right around there.
Yeah. That's I think that's when a lot of us got back into like collecting as a whole was around that COVID time when everyone gets $1,200 to their bank account, and they're like, hey, we got some money. What do we do with this? Yeah. I feel you. So Zach, who are a few of your personal collection fighters?
Man, so I know a lot of people do PC, like maybe they have one, two, three people that they collect heavy, but I really don't do that. I love the sport and I respect a lot of different fighters. So I kind of like, I would say 80% of my display case is like legendary fighters. So, maybe like GOAT status, fringe GOAT status, GSP, John Jones, Habib. I have a lot of Izzy as well. I think he's going to be one that's remembered, throughout time. But some like younger PC guys that I really like are Leon, Islam. I want to get some more Islam cards. I really enjoy what he's doing. I have a couple of Toporias. I have a nice Jalen Turner and a Yuri. So it's kind of, I'm all over the place, man. If I enjoy watching you fight and I like kind of not necessarily who you are as a person, but just like I like whatever you're doing, then I'll go ahead and grab a rookie or a first auto or try and get something fun.
I agree. That's kind of how I am. Like, there's a ton of cards that I like. And then there's just certain fighters that I'm like, I'm just not it. Like, I'm just not the biggest Usman guy. I just tend to sell like all my Usmans just because it's like, unless I need the card for a set, I know there's a lot of Usman fans, and I've just never really been a fan of them. So I can 100% agree with you. There are a lot more fighters that I like than there's fighters that I don't like. Like, they could be kind of ass, and I'm like, but they had that one good fight,
Yeah, you're still rooting for them.
Like, you justify keeping certain cards that you're like, man, you should sell that card. I do it all the time. DK saying, thanks for the great collab. You guys got me fired up to get a video uploaded. Hell yeah, DK. Just pulled a 1-of-1 Tony Ferguson Octagon Legends Auto Superfractor. Well, congratulations on that.
Those are beautiful.
Dude, you get a Superfractor or anything. That's sick. That's sick. Yeah. It could be Superfractor Parker Porter, That's sick.
The legend.
Yeah, the legend. Lush Low May giving the fires. I'll trade you any Islam for any Poirier any day.
I got a Gem Mint 10 DP debut 2011 finest rookie. So DM me and maybe we can get something happening.
Oh, shit, Rally. You hear that? And then we got Marijuana Motivated. What's up, everybody? What's going on, MMJ TV? How you doing, brother? Shout out, Matt, for giving me an Usman auto for the duck race. I didn't believe
nice.
Nose. I don't know what the issue is. Yeah, Zach, I tend to, dude, selling cards for me is one of the most time-consuming things that I absolutely hate. I hate the process of sitting down here, taking pictures, listing it on eBay, like because I'm the jackass that types a description that no one reads. Like, I'm the jackass that goes through, make sure that I have the correct set year, the features, the out of number. I'm just the dude that and just doing that process takes forever. So if the card's not worth at least like 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks to me, I have to convince myself that, hey, this is what you're doing. Zach, if you saw the amount of cards I have that are under $20, you'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I believe it, because you rip like crazy. So I know how much you have.
You'd be like, what's wrong with you? You can get help. Get some help. So down. All right. So he's going to DM you.
Yeah, cool, man. We'll talk about it.
We got Adam Perry. I feel like it's inevitable UFC cards gets as much traction as any other sport, giving the consistent rise. Well, yeah, hopefully we can all keep our hopes high. So Zach, do you have a favorite? Well, I feel like this is a given, but maybe you might surprise me. do you have a favorite year of UFC cards?
I really want to know if you got this right or not. And honestly, before I answer, can you tell me what you think mine is? I'm out of curiosity, and then why you think that is. Oh, he's blowing his nose. Because that would be amazing if you knew for some reason.
Yeah, that towel became handy that I cleaned up the Sprite with. I would have guessed 2022 because that's the best year from Panini that's got the best rookie class. But I guess if you, I really don't know too much about your collecting of older Topps cards either. So I would guess your favorite set would be 2000, or your favorite year would be 2022.
That is a great year, but it's incorrect.
Okay. What is your favorite year?
I was going to be floored if you knew that, though. That would have been incredible. It's a 2019 Chrome, mainly just because it has all the Leon First Autos, which is probably my favorite cards that I own, and the Islam rookies, and you have some Volk in there too that I really like, and the Diamond refractors, the X fractors. I also thought the inserts in that year were really nice too, like the Octagon of Honor. I think are absolutely sick. The 1984 Pulsars are like beautiful. I'm a big insert guy, so the Fire inserts are really nice as well. So I'd probably pick 2019. But I mean, every single year has cards that I enjoy. But
okay. So I'm guessing your favorite set is also probably 2019 Chrome then.
Yeah, 2019 Chrome.
All right, fair enough. And what's your favorite things to chase from certain sets? So I know you are a person that, so I'm a dude that, I open up the cards, I get one of these like shitty binders, and I make the base set. I get all the inserts, I do all that. But you're a guy that doesn't do that. You're a guy that collects certain inserts. Yeah. Can you go into that and I guess explain explain to people how you collect the cards that you collect?
Yeah, man, that's definitely true. And it's mainly just for price, honestly, for money, because there's so much cool stuff out there that I don't want to just buy everything. And especially with sets, there's so many awesome designs and checklists. So I kind of made this rule where I have to like every single person in the insert set, as well as I have to like the insert set as well. And it also has to be 20 cards or less. So that's the strict criteria that I'm choosing from, mainly just for money. And it's almost always base sets that I'm collecting. But I mean, that stuff can add up quick if you have, a 30 card set and they're all $3-4 cards. Before you know it, you just spent $100+ on a base insert set.
Yeah. Dude, if I had the time and patience to list every insert I had for $3 to $4, dude,
yeah,
I could pay my mortgage this upcoming month, dude. I have so many from so many places, but I guess my thing is nobody wants that, but I guess someone probably somewhere probably does want that card, and that's how I should probably look at it. Insert Michael Juma. Stop it. Get some help. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Get some help. Towards Zach's 2025.
Oh, geez. Hey, we could do a UFC card content calendar.
Oh god, dude. I would what's my birthday month? November? Yeah, that's perfect.
November? Nice.
I would be November, dude. I'd be there laying shirtless with a turkey next to me.
Yeah.
Just looking like a fat slob, dude.
Sweet potatoes in there somewhere.
That would be me, dude. That would be me. Towards Zach's calendar spread. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate the super chat, brother. You are an animal, though. All right. So, where are we at? Your favorite thing to chase is inserts. All right. So here's a fun question. Where do you get most of your cards? Do you rip cards, or are you buying most of your cards off of eBay, or are you buying singles?
Man, so I mean, I rip a lot. This year I actually have a goal. I want to rip every single product that gets released, blaster, included, and megas included. But that's really just for fun and like to make art, because I love creating videos. That's not necessarily to find the cards that I want. I'm sure you agree, like ripping is not the best way if you're trying to collect, especially value wise. Yeah.
No.
So yeah. And you're probably, even if you get a great card, it's probably not the guy or the girl that you wanted. So like, definitely I'm not necessarily ripping to amass the PC that I want, but it is fun to rip, to see the cards in person. And like with Midnight, I actually really enjoyed the fit and finish and the shine on those cards in person, and they looked much different than a lot of the pictures I saw online. So I guess that kind of is a pro of like ripping all the products. You kind of get to see it in person and narrow down exactly what you're hunting for.
I agree,
but yeah, mainly singles. I didn't even answer the question.
Yeah. So you are buying most of your cards via eBay card shows. Okay.
Yeah, mainly almost all on eBay. Every now and then I'll do a deal on IG or something. I have yet to buy a card at a card show, but hopefully that's changing.
Okay. And I saw your one video where you attending I believe it was the Austin Card Show. I don't think it was a Dallas Card Show.
First ever Austin Card Show. They're doing a second one, man, in June, and I'm going, and I'm gonna find my Habib first auto that I've been hunting for forever. That's what I'm saying to myself.
Okay, all right. And I guess like my next question was, do you attend card shows? But I guess you have attended one card show.
One.
Yeah. I went, dude, there's a card show, I think twice a month around me, dude. But once you walk into it, like you realize it's a bunch of dudes that are like 60 plus that have a bunch of baseball cards, and that's it. It's like there are some, fucking scalpers that buy all the Prism basketball blasters from Walmart that are trying to sell them for $80 a piece. And then that's it. There's just old dude and like the scalpers that's just what they do, Yeah. So it's, my card shows aren't the best around here.
Yeah, that's what's sad about I mean, I guess it's not sad, but that's what's kind of disappointing about UFC cards at this moment. I think it is going to increase, but like even at the Austin Card Show, don't really have a frame of reference to tell how big it was, but I mean, there was maybe 10 cases with UFC cards in the entire thing, and I would guess there was 300 cases. I don't know, but I mean, it's still relatively small and kind of hard to find what you want in person at these shows, I would imagine.
Yeah, and for all the complaints that we got from the overprinting that Panini did, where's it at? Yeah,
it's on eBay online.
Yeah, right.
It ain't in person though, sadly.
Nope. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's see, 10 cards. So Zach, what is your biggest hit, or what is the biggest card that you've ever hit?
Ooh, man, that's a great question. Probably we got an Aspinall rookie immaculate on card auto. Yeah. That was probably one that I was the most hyped for, because this was in 2022, I believe is his rookie year, right?
Correct.
And it was like tail end of 2022. He was pretty much up next for a title shot, and so I was real excited to pull him, I would imagine. And it was a gold. I love gold cards. So I'd say that's probably my favorite one.
Correctly, Zach, you also got a Rashad Evans Marks of Greatness autograph.
Wow, this guy has got the memory of an elephant or something.
Dude, there's something, I just have these weird memories. Just some things I just don't forget. You said that, and it came right back, dude. If I could remember all the Lil Wayne lyrics from back in my day, I can, dude. Is there something wrong with me?
What's your favorite Lil Wayne album?
Dude, that's the Carter 3, hands down.
Carter 3. Yeah. I was more of a Kanye guy during that time, so it was kind of like Weezy and Kanye were like the two guys that were just battling every year for albums. But I had a ton of friends who were super into Lil Wayne.
I guess I really didn't get into Kanye until after The Hangover came out. So I'm like, dude, who is this?
Yeah,
that's a good song.
You heard that song.
Yeah. So, so dude, I'm 31. I graduated in 2011. That's when I graduated high
Yes.
school.
So I'm 1 year older. So I'm
Okay.
2010. So I'm sure we had a very similar
Yeah.
experience growing up
Yeah.
in pop culture anyway.
We were old enough to grow up without the internet, kind of, but
Yep.
we were also growing up with the internet, where our parents thought we were Albert
Geniuses,
Einstein by
yes.
just turning stuff off and
Uh-huh.
turning it back on. And then now I'm like, dude, I don't know why the Wi-Fi's not working. I reset it, I've unplugged it, it ain't working.
Yeah.
I gotta call them. Yeah, dude, times have changed. Times have changed. What should I list my super factor for? Go ahead and answer this, Zach. This is a question for you, brother.
You gotta go on 130 point, find some comps. You can check on his other 101s that have sold, and then maybe list it that way. Go to eBay, recent sales completed. Check that tab. You can see all of the Tony 101s that have sold and kind of guess it. It is a 101, so I mean, it's up to you for what you want to list it for. I personally, if I ever pulled a 101, please God, give us one eventually. I would do a buy it now and just see what happens.
So you think you would sell it? Your first
if it wasn't a guy I wanted, I would sell it.
Yeah, I think
maybe not. I don't know. That's a good point. It has to happen first, and then I'll decide.
Yeah, you're right. November will be mad with it. You know what, Jim? Man. Yeah, I'm just kidding. We got DK display. Zach, what are the basic requirements to creating/editing your videos? Did you do video editing before you started YouTube? That's a good question.
That is a good question. And also, DK, I need to see more videos of your actual. I believe you built an entire man cave just to show your cards off. I got to get a detailed video of that, because that's like a dream that I wish I had a basement in Texas to do that. For editing, I use like LumaFusion. It's like a shitty, cheap software that you can edit on iPad, on your iPhone, or on a Mac, I believe. But I use that mainly, and it's took me a long time to finally like get proficient at it. But I enjoy like digging into kind of nerdy art stuff like that. So it's been a fun process to learn a bunch of different techniques and a bunch of different ways to create stuff. I edited like a dunk mix when I was like 20 and put it on YouTube, but never anything like of this caliber, like serious at all. No.
A for sure, great question, Zach. I feel like me and you are, aside from being a well-oiled athletic machine, me and you are kind of the same person. Like, I had this Motorola Riser back in the day, and I was a big fan of Jackass, so I was the one recording my friends put the trash can on their head and go skateboarding down a hill while another person like pushes them over. I'm like, you fucking idiots, and I'm just the one like recording. You're
the smart one of the group.
Yeah. So I was like that. I for some reason I always had an interest in making some sort of videos, or I even tried to experiment with beat making back in the day. That's really, really hard, dude. That's one of the hardest things. And I was I guess most talented in like art, like in like high school and shit like that, but it's like, dude, you don't really go anywhere with it unless you become like a tattoo artist, like or some shit. So it's like, unless you can find a passion for something to do with that, then you're just kind of just have this unused talent. So Zach, I am glad that you have found an avenue to express your passion through your videos, because I personally enjoy them.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
One dude that brings UFC cards to my local card show. Yeah, one guy. That's more than what I see.
He's cornered the market.
Yeah, right. That one Wayne song with Gucci Mane slaps. I pulled the Grasso Moonfall 101. That was sick. That's pretty sick card.
Yeah, man. I like those.
I want to hear the part. It was out of a $30 blaster for the 101. Tony.
Oh man, that's huge.
Crazy.
That's the dream.
Yeah, good. Someone got a 101 optic blast from here a few weeks ago. Adam, yep, they're in here. Yeah, it was Jeremiah Wells rookie autograph, dude. That's great. I still can't believe that happened. Glad to see another collaboration from Derek, Jufre, and Adam. Look at the other 101 Superfractor, same price. Prices are going for. All right. Let's see. And what is your biggest card purchase, Zach?
Ooh, price wise, I think it was the Bones first auto. So that was like
A few weeks ago, yeah.
I actually posted it a few weeks ago. I don't know why. I thought I posted that. I bought that like 6 months ago, man, and I just forgot to. I totally understand because you're posting. You're worried about all your other YouTube. You know, you're doing this, you're doing that, and for whatever reason, I took the picture and never posted it. But yeah, I think the John Jones 2009 round 2 first auto is probably my best card, like that I think other people would say I have, and the most expensive card I bought. That was kind of the first grail card that I wanted. The big purchase was who I think is the #1 fighter of all time. So I was excited to get that one.
That's a fantastic card. Me personally, I'm a little jealous. I don't have a Bones first auto just because I think when I was getting into UFC cards, it was before Panini came out, so Topps was at like the top of their prices, and like a graded Jones was going, a PSA 8 was going for like $1,000, and I was like,
oh wow,
I can't afford that. And I don't know if you can see, I have I've had this. It's a autographed glove. I'll take it off so you can see it. I've had this, Zach, since about 2012, and it's like it says John Bones Jones on it. It's like
that's really cool,
authenticated, and it's the old UFC logo. Like that's how long that I've had it, and I was like, you know what, like I have that. It's like authenticated. I think I got it back in like 2013, and it was like $100. Granted, around the same time, I got a Uriah Hall autograph glove and a Travis Brown autograph glove. Those were like $20. I paid like
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, like $60 for Alistair Overeem. But dude, even still, back in the day, like 2012, John was still so much money. But I think he was already
he's been that guy forever. Yeah. It's insane. So you've been buying memorabilia for a long time then. I didn't realize that.
I guess so, because there's little things that I have, like I have certain things that I'm very proud of that I'm like, I'm glad that I have that. And if I ever decide to sell all of my shit one day, it'll be for a good thing. Like I have an autographed LeBron James. I don't know how to explain this. From 2013, Miami Heat. No, like I haven't even
his jock strap.
I don't think I've ever showed this to anyone, probably ever, dude. Like,
wow, this isn't a big ass display. Whoa, that is sick. Are you a Heat fan?
Yeah. So I was a huge Heat fan back in the day. I was a huge LeBron. I was a huge Dwayne Wade fan way back in the day.
The Flash.
Yeah. So I was like 8th grade. I had like the D Wade Converse shoes. like those are like my favorite shoes and shit. So when he went to the Heat, dude, I had I had just got back from like deployment, like the finals were on, dude, and like I like it it's just like this like moment that like sports history. I just like remember like the Ray Allen 3 happening, and
that was against the Spurs. Are you talking about the Spurs one?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a huge Spurs fan. I've been a Spurs. I mean, I'm from Texas, right? So, and Austin is only 90 minutes away from San Antonio. So I've been a huge Spurs fan pretty much my whole life. And I was watching that in my college dorm room, and I almost teared up because I was so mad when Ray Allen hit that 3. Popovich took Duncan out on a free throw when he needed defensive rebounding. They tip it out to Allen, and he beats him. And I was so mad. But that's hilarious. We're kind of linked in that moment. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's one of like the biggest moments that I have. And so I have a friend that knew that I was the biggest like LeBron James fan, and apparently he bought that like to give to me. Like he paid like $300-400 for it, dude. But
Wow, that's a nice
if,
friend.
if you just like look at just like what they're like listed for now, they're all like 10-12 grand, dude. But it's like
You're not selling that. Oh
dude,
man, that's
can't,
awesome.
dude.
I'd
It was
be
a
tempted.
gift. It was
That's
a
true.
gift
That's true.
from like one of like my best friends ever, dude. Like I'll forever have that. Dude.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
it's
That's
just like a
amazing.
yeah.
LeBron is insane as well. His stat line will never be achieved by anyone in NBA history unless they add a 4-point line, I think.
Dude, maybe Wemby, dude. I don't know.
I love Wemby, but he's not catching LeBron in points total. I think it's statistically impossible. The longevity of that guy is he's an absolute mutant.
Still going. All right, let's get to a few of these questions real quick. We've got Bobby Green is going to finish Patty. That's possible. That's super sick. JBJ sign glove. I appreciate that. DK glove is fire. That Jones glove is so dope. Big shout out to Lush for that. Oh yeah, so Lush. I don't know if you can see Zach. I don't. Lush.
Yeah, I see two back there.
Nick Diaz signed gloves down here, and this Nick Diaz signed photo. This is one of the perks of having a Lush. Nick Diaz signed photo.
Hey, Lush is a 101, dude. He's a 101.
And there's some Nick Diaz.
Oh, the
nunchucks, dude. Like,
are they the practice ones, or are those like solid wood or something?
Oh, they're like foam. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like you can.
You can hit yourself in the nuts and be all right. You'll survive with that one. Max speed.
You can max speed and avoid clocking yourself. It's Lush is the guy really hooks everyone up.
Oh, Dave. No, sir.
Oh, good. Riley and Matt Jersey is fire. Good morning from Oz, fellas. Appreciate you.
Matty Mac. Matty Mac's a gangster too. He's very supportive in the comments, and he also is a great photographer. The dude takes great pictures on his Instagram.
Okay, I'll have to check. I think I know I follow Matty Mac. I don't know. I'll have to check and see. That photo is one of the nicest I've seen. And then Lush saying, I love the artwork. Yeah, on the Nick Diaz. But all right, Zach. Let's see. Where are we at? What else? I'm trying to think. Were we talking about something before this went off the rails? I don't remember.
I don't know, man. It's been a haze of fun and enjoyment.
Okay. So Zach, what is your Grail card? I guess. Like, what is a card that one day, I guess, aside from the Khabib autograph, unless that is that's what you're indeed trying to get one day. Is that the ultimate goal, to get a Khabib rookie autograph?
Yeah, man. Grail is weird to me because it's kind of ever changing. Like once you get it, then you're like, okay, I have this. Can I either trade up, or like, is there another card that I want? Which is probably not great as a consumer. We just like keep wanting more and more. But
man.
Yeah, exactly. But the Khabib first auto is one that I have to have in my collection. And then after that, probably the Royce Gracie Topps Round 1 first auto is probably one that I want as well.
Okay, that both good cards. Both are ones that I wish I could have, but going back and just purchasing those boxes, dude, it's just like you just can't justify it. Like you would have to buy that single. Y'all got to do this more often. Community goals. yeah, Riley. That is my goal, is to getting as many people that I enjoy watching their content. Like, so for example, I got to get Cloudsy on here. I really enjoy Cloudsy.
That guy's hilarious.
Dude, Cloudsy cracks
he's a trip, man.
Yeah. Who else is someone I have to get on?
He's really nice too. Very jovial, like reaching out to comments and like messages. And I feel like he's everywhere as far as like watching videos, which is really nice that he's so supportive to everyone else in the community.
Indeed. We got Riley saying great club. I appreciate it with the $10 Canadian, Riley. I hate to have to drop that Canadian on you, but I know
Canada,
Canada, Zach has the best Royal Royal. Zach has the best Hoist
Oh,
Gracie card ever
which
made.
are you talking about this one? That one right there? Yeah, that one's sick. It's a 2021 Immaculate, and it has the photo of Hoist holding the check from UFC 1. And it has Helio Gracie, Hickson Gracie. For BJJ guys, that's like it's basically all the who's who of the OG BJJ guys, which I thought was really fun too.
Then that's a dope card. That's a dope card. We got Daniel Vasquez saying, "Hey everyone, dude, Daniel Vasquez is probably, dude, he gets the best hits out of anyone. This dude's
Yeah,
this
he's
dude's
got the
always,
luck of the Irish.
dude, so much good hits. Going to need that converted from Maple Leafs to Fall the Eagles. Oh goodness. All right, Zach. Here's a fun question: do you collect any other sports / trading card games, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh? And if so, what are they?
I grew up, right around your age. We're the OG Pokemon. We're really who Pokemon was invented for, not these little kids nowadays. So I grew up collecting those, and I collected some Yu-Gi-Oh cards and then some DBZ cards because I loved DBZ on Toonami and Cartoon Network. But I have those in the closet. I don't really actively seek those out now, but I do try and find Spurs cards, whether it's like vintage Spurs, like Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Sean Elliott from kind of that like 90s to early 2000s era. And I've actually made some purchases on some rookies that I enjoy watching now. I wish I could pay for some Wembies, but your boy's on a budget, so I can't get any of those yet. But hopefully one day I can get some cool Wembies as well.
Dude, I agree. That dude's going to be an animal. All right, Zach, just a few other questions just to have for you, because I know Zach has a wife, so he has to get off here. But Zach does have some stuff for me. But this show isn't about me, so I'm going to ask Zach a few more questions, and we're going to get off here, and then I'm going to let Zach ask me everything that he needs to ask about YouTube channeling and stuff real quick. So Zach, closing out the show, man, what are your goals with your channel, Box Alarm Trading? Where would you like to end up at?
This was a cool question too, because for whatever reason, I haven't tried to visualize what am I trying to do with this? I'm kind of just doing stuff for fun, but this is important. And I think I should have did this a long time ago. I think the main goals is I want to get better with the stuff that I'm creating. I want to get better at editing. I want to, learn how to do cooler effects. I want to get the production better. I want to be more entertaining when I'm doing videos and communicate more effectively. But I think also I want to open cards, sell what for what I can, and then use the money from that to purchase the cards that I want, and hopefully end up getting money from YouTube to purchase the cards that I really want. That's probably the big goal, is to fund the things that I love from the content that I'm making.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a fantastic goal, and definitely an achievable goal. It just takes time and consistency, man. You have to know that no one's going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself, man. Zach, what the wife and guys at the Firehouse think of your collection and YouTube content?
My wife thinks this is absolutely insane. She's very supportive, but she also thinks that this is hilarious. She doesn't get it at all. She's very much like a normal person in the sense that she doesn't collect, and definitely she doesn't even watch YouTube, man. She doesn't even have the YouTube app on her phone, which I think is a sin, because that's that's the main thing I watch all day. Yeah. So my wife thinks it's hilarious. The guys at the Firehouse, they make fun of me all the time for making videos, but when we make it big, Matt, they're not going to be laughing no more, dude. They're going to wish they had came on the channel with me and Eric.
Exactly, dude. Not past month and breaks, but midnight box, 2 out of 5. One was Aspinall and Dude, sick cards, Dave. Or sick cards, Daniel. Dave Fish for Day saying, still got my Pokemon shelf. Them Supreme Victors legendary birds are fire. Okay.
I'd like to get some OG Pokemon, like a OG Blastoise, or actually Machamp was my favorite growing up with the big guns, dude. Maybe like a nice Machamp would be cool to have on the wall.
Dude, I've told this story a few times, dude. When I turned 18, I opened my eBay account. So in 2011 or 12, I opened up my eBay account. Maybe even in 2010. I believe it was 2010. I opened up my eBay account and I sold my Pokemon cards, dude. And still to this day, I regret selling my Pokemon cards.
You're seeing the comps now, just thinking of what could have been.
It was like all of them, like $130. But then I start thinking back, and I'm like, you know what? I was that kid that put their cards in rubber band. I'd put rubber bands around, dude. Those things wouldn't be worth anything. You know what? Good riddance. It is what it is. You know, I just, it's funny to like look back. I believe I've already asked you about your other interests, so I believe we don't have to. Zach's a very active guy. He likes, to do fun things. In his spare time. And then the last thing I have on here is Q&A from the chat. If they have any questions that we have, but we've kind of been tackling those as we go through. So we'll get through the last few ones here. The Spurs should have one sense in players. Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. I wish I was old enough to watch when Rodman was on the Spurs. I think I started watching when I was like 8 or, like around that age when you kind of start to know what sports are and like watching them. So I didn't even get to see Rodman play on the Spurs, but that would have been pretty sick.
I grew up with Rodman on the Bulls with the colored hair. Like that's, I have one basketball jersey in my closet and it is a black with red striped Dennis Rodman jersey, number 91 on the Bulls, and I'll break it out and I'll throw it on from time to time. He was an animal. Yeah, dude. Just 0 points, 200 rebounds a game. Absolutely nuts. Could have been paid too. I think we're all needing something on the side of us to appreciate our precious UFC, more Star Wars, Pokemon, etc. And then shout out to Cloudsy, COLFG, indeed. Nice. And then, do you trade UFC cards? I believe that's a question for you, Zach.
I've never did a trade, and I think the reason why is I just tangibly I know that VeriSwap is a thing, right? Like a trading thing, but unless I like really know somebody, I'm very leery of trusting people, especially online with stuff. So I wouldn't, unless I like, there's a handful of people that I probably would trade with, but generally no, unless it's in person, of course.
I'm the same way, dude. Like I think I've exchanged cards with Joe, but if you have nothing to lose, I am not trading cards with you. If you have 200 followers on your private Instagram, I'm not trading cards with you, dude. I'm sorry. I just can't. Like I got burned one time, Zach. One time, and I was like, all right, that's it. I will never try to buy a card off Instagram again, just because it's like, there's no protection there. And so unless you know who you're doing business with, you have to be careful. So it sucks, but one person can ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you should be, though, just so you don't get taken advantage of by everybody trying to scam.
Yeah, for sure. We got Joshua Lopez. I got a red ink Gracie auto.
That's sick.
Cool. Yeah. It's hilarious how Dennis Rodman, of all people, can get that dude in North Korea to relax. You think Topps messes up Finest like they did Chrome, Zach?
No, they're not going to do it. It's going to be awesome. Fingers crossed.
And we've got that diggity dank. I have Spurs Rodman jersey, 6th grade. That was awesome. I feel I was a fan of Dennis before everyone. He went to the Pulse. Yeah, I mean, I was born in '92, so I mean, I would have been probably like 2 years old. So I don't think it would have mattered to me. All right, Zach. There we are. We are through the comments, man. If anything else pops up, feel free. I'll put it up on the screen and feel free to answer it. But until then, Zach, the floor is open. You can let everyone know what you are working on and yeah, what they can look forward to on your channel and all of that.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for having me on. This was so fun. This is the first live I've ever did, and honestly, it's awesome. I need to figure out how to do this. This is so fun. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in and asking questions and stuff. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would have been doing this kind of stuff, I would have said, you're an idiot and slap yourself. But like we're here and we're doing stuff like this is super awesome. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram at Box Alarm Trading. I'm working on, trying to get my editing better. Hopefully things are entertaining and educational and showcasing some cool cards. I also want to do a little bit more with like MMA news and shorts, just kind of, fun stuff that I can edit on the side to keep people kind of plugged into what's happening in that world. So if you're into UFC cards or the MMA and UFC, I think you'd enjoy kind of what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. I personally enjoy Zach's content, and everything that I do over here. So if you enjoy my content, you'll probably enjoy Zach's content. He's a lot more entertaining than I am because
don't sell yourself short, man. Negative self-talk is no good.
I appreciate it, Zach. But yeah, a couple more questions popping in here. I'm starting to notice there are exclusive UFC card tables at some sports cards conventions. Have you been noticing them? Or I guess we kind of talked about that. Yeah,
I haven't seen exclusive UFC tables, so that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But a dude on YouTube I never met, I traded with, and still do. Reason I have trusted him is paid for all my breaks, and I wasn't going to be able to watch, and I trusted him. Okay, cool. That's what's up. But as long as you have those people that you trust, Daniel, that's all that matters. Following now, good shit, y'all. Thank you both.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, Riley. Hell yeah. So Zach, my goal with this is hopefully, in the next 2, 3, 4 days, you'll have an increase of subscribers on your channel.
Thank you so much.
I did notice your midnight video did pretty good, but
dude,
that's what happens. You put a new product out,
it's just random,
like, boom, blows up. Yeah, and it's
crazy how that works.
Yeah, but that great video. Yeah, and I enjoyed your the other videos, like with the preview. I was like kind of told the people, hey, go watch Zach's video. He has the like the promo card, so I kind of like pushed a few people
thank you
over towards your way, and then
that did really well too, and yeah. I bet you're a reason for that, so I appreciate that.
Well, I can't take credit. It was a fantastic, well done video, and I'm glad you were able to get your hands on those and put those out. And also shout out Chicken for getting those to you too.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Yeah, we got Redbridge Sports Cards saying, great show, guys. Much love. Thank you, Redbridge Sports Cards. And Nate Craig saying, what do you guys think UFC may be doing with pay-per-views, putting them on premium ESPN subscription in the near future?
I hope that happens. That would be, I'm not paying for pay-per-views, but I would support them if it wasn't such a crazy model and spending so much money on one event.
Yeah, I'm paying for them every weekend. Like, anytime I don't, let my girlfriend starts giving me this, like it's gonna freeze, and then so I end up buying.
Sometimes it does. She's right. Sometimes it does freeze, and I have to scramble over and reset everything.
Like you're like running back.
Yes, it's always at the craziest time too. Like right when you actually really want to watch, then it goes out.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So me and Zach have been here about an hour and 20 minutes or so. We're gonna get off here. This is the interview with Box Alarm Trading. So I'm gonna let Zach, or we're gonna get off here. I'm gonna let Zach ask me a few YouTube questions and stuff behind the scenes, and then we truly appreciate all you guys for stopping by, hanging out with us here tonight. Once again, you can find all of Zach's links right down here, scrolling across the bottom of the screen,
or like on ESPN.
Yeah, right. Or in the description. The links are in the description to this video as well. Go give Zach a follow on Instagram and YouTube, and makes great content. So with that being said, stay safe. We need you guys. I appreciate you, Lush. We need you, my guy. You are an absolute trooper, my guy. And we got Diggity Dank saying thanks, Zach. All right. So
thank you.
With that being said, appreciate all you guys for stopping by here, hanging out with us here tonight. If y'all haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for your boys, because once again, I'm terrible at asking y'all to do that too. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone that hasn't seen the midnight video will be out tomorrow, so you guys can watch that. And with that being said, I will be back here live next Wednesday for the Golden Octagon MMA podcast. So with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.